I'm continuing with the painting, and as you can see, I'm beginning to sketch out some items that are on the table in white. Now that is partly because red will bleed through if you're not very careful, but I want to make all the things that are on the table stand out anyway, so I'm sketching in white first, and then I will go in with colour on top of that. Now this painting is about a piece of scripture, but it originally came to me when God kept on reminding me of an old chorus that I used to sing as a child, and that was he brings me into the banqueting table, into his banqueting table, and his banner over me is love. But it's actually from the scriptures. It's actually from Song of Songs or Song of Solomon's, whichever title you prefer to use, and that's chapter 2 and verse 4, and it actually says in the NIV, he leads me to the banqueting hall and let his banner over me be love. But the old chorus was, he brings me to his banqueting table, and that's what this is about, and his banner over me is love. So I'll carry on a bit and you can see what I'm doing with the white paint, and I've actually penciled in a few things just to give me some idea of how I can set it up and where it can be, but you probably can't see those pencil marks. But we'll do it with a bit of white. Just wet my brush a bit because it's a little bit on the dry side. Sorry about the back of my head, but that's about the only way I can do it. And I'm on an old office chair with a swivel on it, so it helps me to move around. And because it's on wheels, I can scoot about, and I can scoot from one end of the painting to the other. So here I'm putting in a big pot, or a tureen as it would be called, and your imagination can let you think about what's actually in that pot that you can feast on. So we're putting in the white. This isn't necessarily very accurate, because we're still going to go over with a colour. We might use quite a bit of gold in this painting, probably some purple. Might leave some of the things white, like these are going to have grapes on, but I might leave those white. I've got quite a small brush here. I'm going to use a slightly larger one to fill in once I've got the lines there. Otherwise I'm going to be here forever. And like I say, it's only very rough, because this is not going to be the finished article. And hopefully we're going to fill in, let's put some flowers in here, and there's going to be small candlesticks on these. I'm trying to make it look as opulent as possible, because I believe that the Lord is inviting us to a real feast. And as the Bible tells us, he owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, then there's no end to what he can give us. and we can feast with him on his word, which feeds our soul, feeds our spirit as well. So this is an amazing feast that he's inviting us to. So I want to try and make it look like this feast has been arranged and put on for us by the most wealthiest person in the universe. Because he is the most wealthiest person in the universe, and he's invited us to his banqueting table, into his banqueting hall. So probably a lot of these pots, I think, will end up being gold. But as I've said to you before, I am constantly praying and asking him how it's got to be, what colours he wants me to use. You know, our God is a God of detail. He's a God of the fine detail. And if you read about when he gave all the instructions of what the Ark of the Covenant was supposed to be like, or what the temple that was supposed to be, the layers of how the temple would be made, and how the curtains would be, and how the pieces that were going to be in the temple, the gold pots and the candlesticks and all of that, and even down to the embroidery that was going to be on the priests' cloaks and clothes that they wore while they were administering in the temple. And then even before that, with Moses, with the tabernacle, the detail that there was and how that should be put together and how it should be set out, and all the utensils that would be in that on the altars, and all of those things, and where the altars, different separate altars would be placed, and different rooms within that big tent. It is amazing. So our God is a God of detail. So I'm constantly asking him, Father, show me what this has got to look like, what colours I have to use. And I think he's revealed quite a lot of that to me already. So that's what I'm trying to execute here, what I'm trying to put forward and put into this painting. So this is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm building things up gradually, and I'm going to go all along here, and there's little pots behind here that are full of food as well, so that we've got lots and lots to feast on in this painting, and that's part of what I'm trying to do with the the banqueting table on YouTube, is to find us things that we can feast on with God, and that he has for us. And what there is in the Bible, there is so much in the Bible for us to feast on, and that's my plan. That's what I'm hoping to convey, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy those things as I gradually add more and more to that banqueting table. So I'm going to carry on with my painting, and I will show you again in the very near future some more of what's happening. So next week, hopefully, there will be more for you to see, and I'm hoping hoping that this is all going to come together. Okay, I'll say goodbye for now. Bye bye.